Hi, this is section 9.2, theoretical probability and experimental probability. Theoretical probability is what should have happened in theory based on the laws of probability. This goes back to what we learned last section and the fact that the theoretical probability is equal to the number of favorable outcomes divided by the number of total outcomes. Experimental probability is what actually happens when you conduct an experiment. So let's look at an example here. Here we have a spinner that has three equal sections that is spun 60 times. If it says to find the experimental probability of spinning a red in this experiment. So if we look over here, red happens 24 times, and if you add this up, you get 60. So the experimental probability, because this is what happened during their experiment, was 24 over 60, or 2/5. Now, if you come down here, we're going to look at the theoretical probability. If there's three sections, a red, a green, and a blue, the theoretical probability of spinning a red is 1/3. If you look here, it says that 2/5 is kind of equal to 1/3. And the experimental probability is usually close to theoretical probability. It could be equal, but that doesn't happen very often. It's usually close, though. So here's another example. It says two number cubes are rolled together 20 times. The sum of 9 is rolled 8 times. What is the experimental probability of rolling the sum of 9? So if you look here, the sum of 9 occurred 8 times out of 20. So it's 8 out of 20, or 2/5. Compare the experimental probability you found up here with the theoretical probability. Okay, and it says if the probabilities are not close, explain a possible reason for the discrepancy. When rolling two number cubes, there are 36 possible outcomes. The theoretical probability of rolling the sum of 9 is 4 out of 36, or 1/9. The sum of rolls with a sum of 9. These are the possible ways to get 9: a 3 and a 6, a 4 and a 5, a 5 and a 4, and a 6 and a 3. 1/9 is not close to 2/5. The experimental probability is not close to the theoretical probability. One possible explanation is that there were not enough trials. See, there's 36 possible outcomes, and we only conducted the experiment 20 times. So that's not enough trials to get a good feel for the probability. So we need to probably do that a few more times. And our last example here helps us to predict future events. It says theoretical and experimental probabilities can be used to predict about the future. Last year, a DVD store sold 670 action DVDs, 580 comedy DVDs, 450 drama, and 300 horror. If the media buyer expects to sell 5,000 DVDs this year, based on these results, how many comedy DVDs should she buy? Okay, well, if you go up here and look, there were 2,000 DVDs sold, and 580 of them were comedy. So the probability is 580 over 2,000, or 29 over 100. So if 29 over 100 was the experimental probability, then you equal that to x over 5,000, set up a proportion. So after you solve that, you see that he should order 1,450 comedies. Okay, go ahead and try a few of these, and we'll check your understanding when you get to class. Thank you.